JD has to be in Bainbridge first thing in the morning, so he's headed over there this evening. So I'll chair. Let's start as usual with the Pledge of Allegiance. JD has a flag. We'll use this one up here. Okay. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence for first responders. Thank you very much. Okay, the minutes of the November meeting were up here on the table. You've had a chance to take a look at them. I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Motion to approve. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any corrections to the minutes?
Only that there's only one page.
Thank you. Page 1 of 1. Any other corrections? Okay, all in favor of the minutes as distributed, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Financial report, Jim?
All right. We began the month with 156.83, and we ended the month with 440.83. Of that 440, $150 are 5 tickets to the MLK dinner. So we're just waiting on another 5 people to.
Here's my
Give
ticket.
money,
This is my ticket for Jeanette.
Okay.
There you go.
And I think there's 2 at the office from JD, and I have 1, so I think there was 1 more that we're waiting.
Yeah, that's from,
Could you repeat that? You said we
That's
ended.
me. I paid too.
yeah, that was 105.
How much?
How much you say we got in the bank?
440 in the bank and change, and 150 of which are 5 MLK.
And the previous month, we gave 320 last month. And Dr. Dean gave, he gave 2 months rent.
Dean Brown pledged for January.
Okay, well, we still gave 320.
Right.
And then you had 100 and something, and you only got 100 and something there now?
Okay. Mr. Lawton gave $300, and I used it to pay December's rent.
I gave you 320.
And I paid
No,
November's
somebody-
rent. I paid
No, Mr.
November's
Brown.
rent.
No, it was Dean
Dean
Brown.
Brown.
Oh, I'm sorry.
$300.
Okay, I'm sorry, my bad. But it was 1 month's rent, and I paid December with it. Any other questions? Yeah.
I was the other person that
Can
put
we get a
down for
print
a
out of
ticket.
that?
King banquet.
Okay,
So I owe you how much?
$30.
Right. And that was from Lee Allen, and that's for Tyler.
Okay, what was this, 20?
I give you 30. It's 30. I don't know which one this one made.
Who gave me this 20?
Angela was, did you just give Jim some?
Dr. Mickelson.
Dr. Mickelson? Oh, okay. And this 30 is for
That is for Lee Allen.
Lee Ellen, okay, for
the
Tyler.
MLK dinner for Tyler.
Okay.
Okay, the 10 people I have that have paid, or about to pay for the MLK dinner: Councilmember James, Angela Green, Tricia and myself, Dolores Perry, JD and Michelle Rice, Jim Parker, Gretchen contributed for Jeanette Munchin, and Lee Allen for Tyler Tucker. So that's 10. So I think we're square for the MLK dinner.
Yeah, I think I got JD's at the office.
JD is at the office.
He was supposed to drop it off there,
Okay,
and then there's me.
okay,
So that looks
we're
like.
good, we're good. Okay, elected officials. I see Councilwoman Noah Cody and Councilwoman Sandra Tooley. Any other elected officials? Either of you wish to report anything?
I don't know the report, and I'm back to these, it's financial report.
Yeah, sure.
I feel every month that we come out here to meet, even though we say we got a balance of this and we got a balance of that, and this was paid, that should be included in our minutes, the beginning, where the money went to, what month you paid for, that should be included in your minutes so everybody can keep up with what's going on in these minutes. And you can keep a report and you can see, say you paid November rent, that would show November rent. You would show how much you paid for November, what was left, you paid December rent, and that should be in our minutes.
I would just like to say on behalf of the secretary, that should be in the financial report, and the treasurer is not the secretary.
Right.
But regardless, it should still be in our minutes.
No, I agree.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just doing it the way it's
Well,
done.
let's, yeah, let's.
That's fine.
That's proper, that's protocol, it should be in our
Let's,
minutes.
going forward, let's have a financial report each month that shows income and expenditures so that everybody can see where the money's coming from.
Sure.
And where it's going to.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Mark. Mark,
Yes,
I'm a few minutes late.
What? Yes.
What we're paying dues now
dues are due in January.
in January.
We can start
And that's
for
total.
2019,
Oh, but
but if you wanna go ahead and get Jim your dues now.
I'll make it up.
that's with, two people, that's $40.
Yes, it's $25 per person, $40 for couples, and $15 for students, senior, and military.
Students, military?
Okay, the most important thing we're gonna do tonight is to elect to the Lowndes County Democratic Committee. Remember, the committee is the official body representing the Democratic Party in Lowndes County. So there were 24 people elected to the committee. If you are a committee member, please be sure to fill out one of these affidavits so that we have that as a record for the election. So if you do not pick up an affidavit to fill out, committee members, please complete the affidavit.
What's the affidavit?
You're a voting
The affidavit
member,
is
yes.
for, to conduct the election that we're about to conduct.
You pass it around.
Bring,
You
bring
Please
one.
pass it around.
Dennis?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I forgot. As always, I pass the hat.
thank you, Jim.
Dr. Marks,
Yes,
I don't wanna, I apologize for walking through the door, when we started, so I didn't get a chance to read it. Because I spoke with Chairman Rice right out here in the parking lot. So my absentee should have been excused. Yes. Only just for leaving the parking lot. It shows, this members shows son.
Hey,
okay.
So
Ms.
my,
Dave has the floor.
my absentee should have been excused. I spoke with, Chairman Rice, the day after the meeting, the last one, I was right here in the parking lot, you know, I came in to give him further details, so. I shouldn't have any, unexcused absentees. I know I missed a couple of meetings, but I did go through him. And,
If there's no objection to that amendment to the minutes for the meeting, Ms. Dave was excused by him.
okay, and just for clarity, when you're asking to be excused, you need to send mail, notify the chairman, let the secretary know. Otherwise, you know, if you just say, hey, I told JD, the secretary doesn't have any way of keeping track. We have a spreadsheet where we're keeping track of that. So when anybody's going to be absent, please make sure that, you know, the chairman and the secretary know.
okay, I'm not responsible for the chairman's actions. I watch every last one of you come through this door, the last minute. First person here was Councilman Coley.
No, I'm just saying to everybody, when you notify both.
I have the floor. The second person came up was Mr. Loris Perry. I was the third one still parked here and watched all of you come through the door. I waited for Chairman Rice because I did some details with him before I went on to my previous engagement. So I had made contact with him prior and that meeting, and he had excused me. Apparently, he did not mention it during the meeting because I even asked Dr. Marks, and he said it was not mentioned during the meeting that I was being excused as an absentee. So as I said, and I apologize for walking through the door during the meeting, so I didn't get a chance to review the minutes to see that I was not excused for last month's meeting.
Yeah,
So
we
that's
have,
why
we
I
have,
made it.
we have accepted that amendment to the.
Right, so I'm fully aware of the protocol, you know, but we have to get this excuse from him for him to notify you, and that should
No,
have been on
no,
his behalf.
no, that's not correct.
We need to carry this another time, y'all can stop this
Yeah.
right now.
No, we're
We
not.
carry
We
the conversation
have an
on
election.
another
We have an election that we need to conduct. Okay, one of the responsibilities of committee members is attending these monthly meetings. There is an attendance requirement. If somebody misses three meetings without an excuse, then they are notified. And two people have indeed missed more than 3 or more meetings, and James LaPlante and Dwight Rivas have been notified. So the first business of the evening is, first of all, I will take a roll of the committee members, and then we will elect vacancies to fill those positions. So let me take
This is to bring
committee
everything up to
attendance.
date.
Is Dwight Rivas here?
We did this back in like August.
Sandra Julie?
Here.
Willie Rayford?
Here.
Vivian Miller-Cody?
Here, sir.
William Lamb? Here. Jeannie McGinn? Here. J.D. Weiss is excused. Jerome Anderson?
Here.
James LaPlante? I'm here. Jeremiah Lawton? Gregory Moore? Norma Dave?
Here.
Catherine Grant?
Here.
Angela Green?
Here.
Jim Parker?
Here.
John Quarterman?
Here.
Consolina James?
Present.
Tina Valeni? Tina Valeni?
Here.
Thank you. Glenn Ritchie? I'm here. Richard Quarterman?
Here.
Clara Reed?
Here.
Lee Allen is excused. Lonnie Pierce?
I'm here.
Thank you very much. Okay, Greg Moore, I see just stepped in. Thank you. Greg, if you would please come up and get an affidavit to sign for the election we're about to conduct. You have moved the affidavit. I'll turn it in the remaining. Here you go. Yeah. Okay, so the posts that were, the posts that we have vacancies in are post 1, District 1, post 1, Dwight Rivas, and District 3, post 1, James LaPlante. Both of those terms run to 2020. I think first we need a motion to declare both of those posts vacant.
Can I just ask a question?
Yes.
I haven't done this process before, and
Sure.
I'm not on, I appreciate all the people that are on this committee and come faithfully. I'm not on the committee, but I still try to come faithfully. But I just wondered, have James LaPlante and Dwayne, is it Ruiz, been
Right.
contacted?
They
and
have.
no longer are able to serve?
They have both been emailed by the secretary,
Yeah.
and they have, as far as I know, not responded.
They have not responded, and I actually saw Dwight the other day, so.
So, yes, they have both been notified.
So you think they just are not able to do it anymore?
Well,
Appears to be so.
I think in Dr. LaPlante's case, he is serving in 2 administrative positions, and I think he's just swamped. I have
Is
not.
it, so there's a way to do this nicely and thank them?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to know how you
Yeah.
feel like.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
thank them both for their services.
And just say we want them to come, but we realize they can't.
Right, so, I think a motion to declare those two posts vacant and thank them both for their services would be in order. So we'll make that motion. Jim, thank you. A second to that
Second.
motion? Okay. Further discussion on the motion to declare those two posts vacant and to thank those two for their service. Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any opposed? Thank you very much. Okay, so the floor is now open for nominations for District 1, Post 1. District 1, Post 1. Anyone who lives in District 1.
I don't remember.
Catherine?
Could you clarify what district the
Joyce Evans is your county commissioner.
Joyce,
District 1 is Joyce Evans is your county commissioner.
anybody
I'm
lives?
in two, I was just wanting to clarify it for Stan.
I live in Joyce Evans District.
Okay.
Okay, anybody who is not on the committee, who lives in Joyce Evans District, who is interested in serving on the committee? Okay. That position remains vacant until a suitable candidate is found. Anyone who lives in District 3? District 3.
Margie, would you be interested?
No. I'll come, but I don't want to be on
I
committee.
have a question.
Yes,
I'd rather do
Right
it.
now, come here,
Said
go ahead.
that quick, Mark.
I
Can I
don't.
get y'all attention? Can I get your attention?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what I'm trying to find out is who you're trying to qualify. Right now, we're getting votes for Mr. LaPlante and Mr. Rue's position.
that's correct.
Okay.
Those have been declared vacant, and we're trying to fill those positions.
Mr. LaPlante is post 1, right, District 3.
District 3, that's correct.
And Mr. Rue's is post 1,
District 1,
District 1.
that's correct.
Well, just now you asked for District 4. Well,
No,
what?
I asked for
So
District
1
3,
and
post
3,
1.
he's got it.
Okay, post 1, District 3.
That's correct.
That's
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. LaPlante.
That's correct.
Okay, what was the other one you asked for?
I asked for District 1, post 1, Mr. Rivas' position.
Okay.
Okay, anyone in District 3 who is not on the committee who wants to serve on the committee?
I could do it.
Tyler?
Yes, sir.
What's your name? Yay!
Tyler Tucker.
All right.
Right, our BSU,
All right.
That's my baby.
Youngblood, yes.
Good. Got a lot of support there, Tyler.
Thank you very much for stepping forward, Tyler.
Yes, sir. Could we ask the candidates to introduce themselves?
Please, if you would. Just say who you are and what you've done.
All right, so my name's Tyler Tucker. I'm a student at Valdosta State University, a sophomore political science student, philosophy, religious studies student. And I was previous president of the Young Democrats Club at VSU.
And like you said, a young blood.
Yeah.
Okay, the remaining members of the committee get to vote on filling vacancies, so all committee members in favor of Tyler Tucker for District 3, Post 1, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, you're elected by acclamation, Tyler. All right, now, committee members, since the committee members are the people who have been chosen by the Democrats in Lowndes County to be the official representatives of the Democratic Party in Lowndes County, you are the ones who are responsible for setting the agenda. You are responsible for electing the officers who will serve for a 2-year term. Officers are elected at the December meeting in even years. Their term starts immediately after this meeting, and so let's see who would like to serve as officers for the Lowndes County Democratic Party. First position we have is chair, and let me call for nominations for chair. of the Lowndes County Democratic Party.
I nominate Andy Anderson.
Mr. Anderson, Jerome Anderson. Mr. Andy?
Are you willing, sir?
Yes.
I move we close on the said name.
One.
I move we close on the said name.
Okay.
Second. Well, he made a move.
I got another nomination.
Okay, the floor is still open for nominations. Okay,
I'd like to nominate Jim Parker, our treasurer.
Well, I did get a second on my motion, which was not trying to create any confusion, nothing, but I did move to close on the said name. And
yeah,
I got a
that was
second.
not seconded, yeah.
Yes, I did.
I got a second.
Did I hear a second?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we have to vote on whether to close the nominations, that had the floor first. And if the nominations are not closed, then we can continue taking nominations.
That was an inappropriate, with all due respect, the floor should have been open for anybody else want to nominate, so that was really kind
That's
of
not the way it
inappropriate.
works, folks. Now,
You
I
cannot close
didn't,
the motion because you made the motion.
I waited a number of seconds to see if someone else was gonna be nominated, and nobody was nominated. That's why I did the closure. I didn't do it out of any kind of spite or any of that kind of stuff.
Okay, we have a properly made motion on the floor to close the nominations, and that was seconded.
And if she withdraw her second, I'll withdraw my motion.
Okay?
Point of order.
Who seconded it?
Wait, who was the second?
I did, but the proper way is we can go back and make a motion to reopen it for that. We don't have to withdraw that, right?
Doesn't matter, let's just do
You
what we want.
may withdraw it if you wish. Ms. Dooley?
Tyler knows what
I don't need it.
The
Are
problem
you
is
willing to
that-
withdraw, Ms. Stewart?
I said I do not wish to withdraw, not
Okay.
accepting.
Okay.
Okay, then the first thing we have to vote on is whether to close the nominations with one name or to proceed with further nominations,
Can I,
okay?
is this for president of the whole
This is for chair of
thing
the
or just of the
Lowndes
committee?
The committee is the body for the representative body for the whole party.
Okay.
This is the chair of the Lowndes County Democratic Committee. Okay? So what we're voting on is whether to close the nominations with one name.
I make the motion that we close the
Hold
nomination.
on, wait, that motion has been made and we're voting on it.
I don't know.
Okay, so all in favor of closing the nominations, please say aye.
Aye.
Let me see hands.
Now, when you say close, let's go back on how you verified the word close. Because it should have
Closing
been
the
you
nominations
that should have made
means-
that decision and not one
Maybe we should.
of us. It should have been you, left the floor open.
The only reason I didn't step up earlier is I was letting the woman, speak.
Right.
I didn't know it was a race to close the voting.
Okay, we had one nomination that had been made, and then a motion to close the nominations. That was second. Okay, so the question again, let me see a show of hands for people who want to close the nomination with just one name. Show of hands.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Six. Carol can't vote. You're not a committee member.
Committee members only. Hands up.
1, 2, 3, 4,
There's no point.
5, 6.
Did you vote, Ron?
No.
Okay, all in favor of
Until the end of the meeting.
leaving the nominations open, please raise your hands. Okay, I think
1,
that's,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13.
thank you. Okay, so the nominations remain open. William, you have the floor.
I would just like to nominate Jim because he's a great officer. I think he's done a hell of a job as our treasurer. He's helped a lot. He's at every meeting. I don't know how long he's been a member, but he's been a member forever. And I think he's one of the most ardent supporters for the Democratic Party we could have. I think he'd be a great president. So I nominate Jim. Chairman.
Okay. Okay, Any further nominations for chair? Okay, each of the candidates has 2 minutes to say their piece. Mr. Andy,
You have the floor? Go ahead.
Mr. Parker?
I just think that the next 2 years is gonna be really important as we go into 2020. What just happened in 2018 in the election season boggled my mind at what we could do if we put our mind to it, put shoe leather to it, and really work it. I didn't go, given that the election was kind of drawn out, I didn't go and check to verify. But it is, I'm very interested in looking to see where, like the Valdosta precincts, North Side, Mildred Hunter, even maybe half of Rainwater, how the vote came out, because I think it's Democratic. I honestly think Valdosta is Democratic. And we can then work on the county. And that's what I'd like to see us do. As we go into these municipal elections in 2019, I think we can use this good practice for 2020. Because I'd like to see us really make an effort to get change in the Valdosta city government. From mayor, you have mayor, and I think 3 city council seats are up. And I think we can make major changes if we work at it. And get behind, even though it's a nonpartisan election, we all know, it's Democratic values and Republican values, so to speak. And I'm afraid, my opinion is the city government is way too conservative. They're holding back. And I think we can do better. I think we can do better with better leadership. So that's my spiel. And that's what I would like to work on for the next 2 years for the party.
Thank you. Mr. Randy?
Let me introduce myself. Okay, so my name is Jerome.
Can you please go to the front?
My name is Jerome. My name is Jerome Andy Anderson. If you call me Jerome, I'll probably keep walking. I very rarely hear that name, Jerome. I go by Andy. But my thing is that this Democratic Party, we meet, but what do we do after we leave here? We need to get out there and beat those bushes, walk the streets, and get people involved. Because just like this young man from VSU, that's what we need. You look around this room now, I think the average age is about 45. We need those young folks. We need those young folks, and we need old ones as well. But we need to do a lot of work in the Democratic Party. We just need to do more than just talk the talk. We have to get out there and walk, work, meet people, sign people up. We all in here have young people in our families. I know my son, for one, he's on Facebook, my book, all them kind of books. So I know that they can send information out to their friends and find if they're registered to vote. We need to have people constantly registering to vote. We don't need to wait till July of 19 to start this push. The push needs to start right now. That's where it's going to start from right now. And with hard work, with everybody in this room, we can do that. We can do that. I have a few leadership skills. I'm retired Air Force. I'm retired from the Department of Corrections. I'm retired from Moody Air Force Base again. So I have a few leadership skills. But the thing is, whatever committee, whoever's on this committee, who's ever in charge, the chairman on down, that group must work together in order to bring all of us together. If we can't do that, we're wasting our time. There's more than just coming to this meeting. We got to do more when we leave out that door. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Yes, Marcia?
Can we have co-chairmen? I mean, like you and JD have pretty much worked together. I don't know what you're...
I'm the vice chair, and remember the chairman has 3 vice chairmen, one for elections, one for membership, and one for qualifying. So it really is going to be 6 people as a team effort.
be safe.
Okay. Let me ask Ms. James to distribute ballots.
We don't get to vote, do we?
No.
Okay. Only committee members vote.
That's what I was trying to get you on the committee.
Okay.
So that you could vote.
If you're a committee member, please raise your hand, because I don't know everybody.
Why can't we just have that? We should.
No,
I
No.
do think so.
the bylaws don't allow
I
that.
don't care about bylaws,
Committee members, please.
honestly. It'd be good to have put
Committee members.
Chair.
Committee members.
The office of chair.
Well,
Committee members.
well,
Yes, Mr. Yes, sir.
Just for clarity,
I'm still a committee member.
how many committee members do
You
we
would get to
have?
vote, you get to stay committee.
Yeah, you the state though.
Committee members plus seven.
I think, was you,
Yeah.
I think you are. I need you guys, I need you.
Thank you.
Since Margie and Carol are not on the committee, let me ask the two of you to serve as tellers, please. So if you come up here to count the ballots.
To which two? Oh.
Margie and Carol.
So we're voting for chairman,
You're
right?
voting for chair, so where's this office, please write chair. And then either Mr. Andy or Jim Parker. And then please print and sign your name and hold it up and the tellers will collect them.
Here you go, lady. Anything else?
Okay, we're just talking.
One more.
One more.
I know we had 24 members, I know we had 24.
Anybody else?
Except Jeremy.
Any other ballots for chair? No, they're not, they're signed.
You have an idea now
Yes.
by,
How many will be?
okay, but not you.
Order.
Okay, we will complete the election for chair before we move on to the first vice chair, so that you know who's been elected chair, so that as you consider other offices, you can take that into account. Okay. Mr. Andy received 14 votes, Mr. Parker had 8 votes. Mr. Andy is elected chair of the Lowndes County Democratic Party. Okay. Let's open nominations for vice chair for elections.
I'd like to nominate Dr. Dennis Marks. You can, yeah, Vivian, go ahead.
I'd like to
Yes.
nominate Jim Parker.
Thank you. Further nominations for vice chair for elections? Yes, sir.
Call for motion that the nomination be closed for the said two names.
Well, they have to announce that they want to be nominated first. You nominate them, but they have to announce that they want to accept the nomination or decline it. That's the Robert Rules of Order.
Jim, you willing to serve?
Fred? John?
I'm thinking maybe something else than election. I appreciate, I appreciate the nomination.
Yes, yes.
But
My response is, I'm happy to be a mentor for anyone who's willing to serve.
That's your current spot, right?
That's my current spot.
You know
Okay.
so much.
Maybe then, because I don't know much about it, and I think you do great.
So we withdraw, okay, we'll
We're
move
not
on.
wearing
So you decline the
Wow.
nomination?
Yes.
He has to say it.
I didn't understand who said yes and who said no.
Yeah, no,
I
Yeah,
said,
because somebody's walking.
I said I would be willing to mentor anybody who's willing to serve.
Is that a no, you would not be willing to serve?
I'm willing to serve if nobody else is, but
Okay.
I'd be happy for somebody else to serve.
But are you worn out because you've done so much?
Okay.
You can never be
Any
worn
answer,
out for
yes
the
or no?
party.
Answer is yes or no.
Thou shalt not retire.
Ms.
you
Ms.
got
Grant?
it, you got it.
No, the answer is yes or no from one, either or from one of them, not our opinion.
Yep.
Mr. Parker, yes or
I will
no?
serve.
Okay,
So we have two candidates.
okay, Kathleen, did you want to say something?
No, I just wanted to point out, I don't know if I'm out of order or not, but I just wanted to point out how important this position is. As we know, this past election, the critical issues that we encountered and the role that we play both as a party and you know, in the Lowndes County area, but also part of the Democratic Party statewide, that this is a really critical position. And so I think it's going to involve a lot more work, maybe perhaps in another years, I don't know. We have right now, I think, a dozen lawsuits that we will need to follow and make sure that whatever the results of those suits are instituted at local level. So it's a tremendous amount of responsibility. And while I have the floor, I just wanted to thank so much the poll workers that served on behalf of the Democrats here in Lowndes County, 17 of them. And thank you, Margie and Stan and others that are here who did an incredible job. So, and Rodney and others that may be here that I don't see. So that's, I just want to reiterate the importance of this job and how it may involve more work than in years past, just for the candidates' consideration.
Okay, I heard a motion earlier to close the nominations. Is there a second for that motion?
Wait a minute, Dr. Marks, you did not answer yes or no.
He said yes.
He said
No,
yes.
Dr. Marks,
He said yes.
I did not hear him.
I said I
Chair,
would be
man.
willing to serve.
You said you would be willing to serve as well?
Yes.
And so, Mr. Parker, did you say you'd be willing to serve? So we have to take a vote on
That's
the
correct.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I heard a motion to close the nominations. Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
That's been seconded, okay?
Who made the second?
All right, get ready to skip the ballots again.
Okay. And office, please list this. Yes?
Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you.
Hands up for committee members. Mrs. Vice Chair for Elections.
How many more? 1, 2, 3, 4. Raise your hand when you complete and the runners will come and get your. I'm sorry. Thank you. Yes. The runners, good job. Can't vote. Yeah.
Good catch.
Margie?
And Deborah, thank you for your magnificent budget. That was an unbelievable, 150 hours that really got it. So, awesome. Yes.
We got a lot of people voting provisionally, and maybe if they told them when they came in the door, as freshmen, what they had to do in order to vote.
Any other ballots for vice chair
We
for
wouldn't
elections?
lose votes from students. That's good, and the president of the university needs to be telling us up front, when they meet, it's important that you vote. And here's what you need to do if you want to vote, here. So they do it every year, so they do it. I would like to see what you're gonna get for benefits.
My favorite one. My sister holding cousin. That's my favorite. That's right, that's the first one.
All right.
Go out,
They're so cool.
and so we can make that our primary focus. Veteran people get and you young people, they've got people experience really the strength.
Okay.
This room needs to be filled with
Okay,
younger
the results of the election for vice chair for elections, I received 16 votes and Jim Parker 6. So I will continue to serve as vice chair for elections. We now move on to vice chair for membership. The floor is open for nominations for vice chair for membership.
I nominate Vivian.
Vivian Miller Cody. Are you willing to serve, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Further nominations for vice chair for membership. Hearing none, the motion would be in order to post nominations.
Off motion from an order, nomination be closed on the said one name.
And properly seconded.
Second.
No, you can't do that.
It has to be.
I second your motion.
Thank you.
That all said, when it's come from,
He said, I'll put it begin a motion.
Ma'am, you know, are you parliamentarian yourself?
yes. No, you are, that has to come from the person, it has to come from him to say, all say on the one nomination, not from us.
That's okay.
No, the motion,
We're in-
motion.
No, he made the motion.
Right.
No, listen to me.
He did it
You
right.
know, he made the motion, but it has to come from him to ask that question. You know, he has to be the one to say, all say on the one nomination. I mean, to make the statement, it has to come from him.
Given the silence,
Go to
I
Robert
said.
Rules of Order.
That's all right, let's not worry too much.
I like to see.
It's all education.
Let's
We
get
have,
it done.
hold on, we
It's
have
all
one
education.
I'm gonna get my
nomination.
book out tonight.
We have
I'm
one
gonna shut this
nomination.
up.
Guys,
Vivian
at
Miller
ease,
Cody
at ease, at ease.
for vice chair for membership. Okay. Motion to elect her by acclamation would be in order. It doesn't come from the chair.
move.
I hear a motion. Is there a second to elect it by acclamation? Okay. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Moving on to vice chair for qualifying.
I, Constantine James, nominate Mr. Glenn Ritchie.
Glenn Ritchie.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ritchie, are you willing to serve?
I am, but I believe Catherine
Grant might be interested in that position as well, so.
I am withdrawing my consideration.
Okay, I'm willing to serve.
I'm sorry, Glenn.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, further nominations for the position of vice chair for qualifying.
What does that entail?
What that entails is scouring Lowndes County to find qualified candidates to run as Democrats and encouraging them to run and helping in the qualifying process to go to elections. So it is recruiting and getting good candidates to run as Democrats. Further nominations for the position of vice chair for qualifying. Janie?
I'd like to do that. Can I nominate myself?
No, I'll
Yes.
nominate Ms. No, she can nominate for the floor. I'll nominate Ms. Jenny.
McGinn.
McGinn.
Okay, we have two nominations at this point, Glenn Ritchie and Janie McGinn. Further nominations for the position of vice chair for qualifying.
I move to close on the said two names.
Okay, is there a second to the motion to close?
Second.
And it's moved and seconded, all in favor of closing the nominations, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we'll distribute ballots for vice chair for qualifying. The candidates again are Glenn Ritchie and Janie McGinn.
Who made the second
The second on which?
to close?
There was saw several seconds. I think Tyler-
Okay.
Okay, this is vice chair for qualifying.
Okay. Hold on, I need 1, 2, 3. Three more. Those two names again, Mr. Chairman?
Are Glenn Ritchie and Janie McGinn. And I should have given each of them an opportunity, 2 minutes each to say what they would like to do with the position.
Speech.
Okay? Let's take this alphabetically. Janie? Glenn?
Probably would have been more wise to do this before we started actually
Exactly.
voting. My name is Glenn Ritchie, and I've served as an officer of the party before. I was the vice chair for membership, which I think that Ms. Vivian Cody is doing a really good job in that position, by the way. And I've done a lot of work in the party, gone to the Pride Festival, numerous festivals recently, doing a lot of things here and there on the side. I also did some work trying to find people that might be interested in some of these positions that we're voting for now. I feel that this would be a good experience for me as well as for the party. Honestly, this particular position, I haven't seen a lot done recently. I understand the person before had a lot of stuff going on. If I was elected, I would try to revive that and put some efforts back into finding good candidates. I think it's something that we really need in our party. And that's pretty much it, just trying to find people that would run and get the party back to being as motivated as we were in this last election and then some. And finding people that would be not self-serving, but community-serving. That's it, thank you.
Thank you. Janie?
I'm Janie McGinn, and I would like your vote for qualifying. I have not been a member of the Democratic Party. I joined, but I'm very, very enthusiastic. I am a retired educator. I own my own business, and I am just very proud to be a Democrat. I know a lot of people here in Valdosta. I've been here 45 years, and so I I think I know a lot of people that might be willing to come and join and qualify for positions. I think all that is needed really is for them to be asked. And so I hope that you vote for me. Thank you, Ms. Bird.
Good speeches.
Yeah.
You're gonna make a good politician.
Any other ballots for the position of vice chair qualifying?
It was 10 to 10.
I abstain.
Okay, Glenn Ritchie had 11 votes, Janie McGinn had 10 votes, and there was 1 abstention.
Real close.
So, very, very close.
Good job, Jamie.
Democracy in that.
Very good. I mean, you know.
Shows how one vote matters.
Yes.
I could use your help though.
Absolutely.
Okay, the next position that's open is secretary. Nominations for the position of secretary. Yes, Mr. Randall.
I nominate Quinn. What's your name? Right there.
Glenn.
He was just elected.
I was just elected.
Oh, he was just elected? Okay.
Can I make a nomination, sir?
Let me finish hearing from Mr. Randall.
Let's go.
Okay, yes, Ms. Cody.
I nominate, I call her Miss Moore, but I don't know her other name.
Constellina James.
At the table there.
Constellina James.
Constellina James, thank you. Further nominations for secretary.
I nominate Mr. Lamb.
We just have to say that.
William Lamb.
William Lamb.
Okay, further nominations for the position of secretary. Okay, hearing none, a motion to close the nominations would be in order.
I make that motion.
Moved by Gretchen, seconded by Ronnie. Okay, all in favor of closing the nominations for secretary, please say
Did they
aye.
accept the nominations?
One,
Did they accept the
I'm
nominations?
sorry, Ms.
Ms.
James, are you
James.
willing to serve?
At this present time, I cannot accept the nomination. Thank you so much, Ms. Cody, for nominating me.
Mr. Lamb?
Mr. Lamb, are you willing
I'm
to serve?
willing to accept the nomination.
Another young blood.
Okay, so I will accept a motion to elect William Lamb by acclamation.
I make that motion.
Moved by Gretchen,
Second.
seconded by Tyler. Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, by acclamation. Okay, the final position is the position of treasurer. Floor is open for nominations for treasurer. Yes, Ms. Cody.
Jeremiah, I nominate Jeremiah Lawton.
I'm sorry, I just got to decline. I'm doing the best I can do right now with the things I'm involved in.
Thank you.
I nominate Jim Parker.
Jim Parker.
Okay.
Do you accept
I
the
nominate Ronnie Pierce.
Ronnie Pierce.
Anyone of you accept the nomination?
Okay, Jim, are you?
I do
willing?
accept the nomination.
Yes. Are you willing to, Jim? Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Yes. Ronnie? Yes.
I do accept the nomination.
Okay, further nominations for treasurer? Yes. Yes, Mr. Rayfield.
Offer motion and nomination be closed on the said two names.
Second.
Okay, and I heard a second for that.
I think we need a speech.
Okay. All in favor of closing the nominations, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, let's have the speeches from the two candidates.
Agent for beer. Well, first of of all, I'd like to say thank you very much for the nomination. I've never held the position of treasurer for any organization. However, I'm currently serving on the Valdosta Lounge Airport Authority, and with that authority, I am an assistant treasurer, and I do have authority to sign the checks. I am honest and straightforward, and I can assure you that at every meeting, I will have a copy for everyone with what was taken in and the expenses that were taken out for that month. Thank you very much.
Jim?
On the basis of that sterling speech, I've been doing this job for 7.5, 8 years, something like that. I'm going to withdraw my nomination and throw my support behind Ron.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Best speech ever.
Wow, kindest speech ever. That was nice, Jim.
A motion to elect Mr. Pierce by acclamation is in order. Moved by Tyler. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Lamb. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let me ask the new chair to please come up. Mr. Andy?
Or then, get the grill. Get the grill.
I need to collect the affidavits, so let me ask the tellers, as their last responsibility, to please collect affidavits from committee members. Affidavits.
Oh, yeah, Ms. Jennings, that was good organization.
That's everybody?
It is any more affidavits from committee members.
Hey, we have a course election.
Hold it.
I have you, yeah.
The meeting will move on.
All the affidavits? All the affidavits?
Yes, Ms. Julie.
I have a question about the elections. At the beginning, I think we had 2 people for post 1 and post 1, district 1, yeah, post 1, district 1, with Dwight Lewis.
Right, no one stepped forward to fill that position, so that's still vacant.
So it was brought up, okay. So in that case, with it being vacant like that, and we going forward, do we just postpone it until next year, or do we?
We can fill it at any time.
It can be filled at any
Yeah,
time, that's
right,
right.
that's
Okay.
correct.
So if somebody really wanted to, decided they wanted to run, they could say so now, right?
If they live in District 1.
Not everybody.
Okay, let's move on with the agenda.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the agenda and get to, officers' report. Dennis Marks.
Okay, we have,
You need to announce your officers and bring them forward.
yeah, let me ask each of the officers to come to the front and stand. Mr. Andy, for chair. I was elected as vice chair for elections. Ms. Vivian Miller-Cody, come on up front. Vice chair for membership. Glenn Ritchie is vice chair for qualifying. William Lamb as secretary, and Lonnie Pierce is treasurer. So these are your new officers. Ms. Cody?
Come on, Vivian, here I am, sir.
Hey,